Hey guys, Quentin from Android.com here with the HTC Flyer. This thing was released May 22nd here in the United States. Best Buy is the exclusive retailer of the device, and they are selling it for $500. This is a Wi-Fi only model, no 3G radios or 4G radios inside. You can get one of those from Sprint when they released their Evo View 4G, which is their version of the Flyer. So other than that, this is Wi-Fi and Bluetooth only as far as radio goes. Other specs include the 7-inch display, 1.3 megapixel camera on the front, 5 megapixel camera on the back. You also have 1 gig of RAM inside, 16 gigs of internal storage, which is expandable up to 32 gigabytes. You also have a 1.5 gigahertz processor that's single core by Qualcomm, and HTC Sense with Android 2.3. So no honeycomb, unfortunately, but HTC Sense has been tabletized for the Flyer. I'm not sure many people will have too much of a problem with it when they see the types of things they'll be able to do with it. In particular, with this scribe pen that they're selling, this is an optional accessory. Does not come with the Flyer, unfortunately. You'll have to pay an extra $80 for this thing. It does come with the one AAA battery, so that'll be pretty nice to check out. This is for like note taking and stuff. So pretty cool technology there. But we're just gonna go ahead and unbox the thing for now. Take the cover of the box off, and there it is on the front. So you can see everything we saw in the box, front facing camera. You can't exactly see the capacitive buttons here, especially not under the plastic. So let's go ahead and just take that out. Take it out of the plastic. So here it is, the HTC Flyer. So right away you can tell that the 7-inch size is great for holding in your hand. One-hand use, very comfortable. Doesn't feel too heavy, not too light, but not too heavy either. A great weight. Just feels very comfortable, and I'm sure it'll fit in more than plenty of handbags and purses and book bags and whatnot. I'm a big fan of the 7-inch size, so I'm glad HTC went that route. Here right away in the front, you can see the front-facing camera, and then you have light and proximity sensors next to those, next to that, sorry. On the right-hand side and on the bottom, you would be able to see the capacitive buttons for home, menu, back, and the scribe button, but you can't see those while the device is not turned on. HTC logo right here, of course. On the back, HTC logo. We have kind of like a silver matte finish. Pretty good material, feels like, with HTC Sense, of course. And we have your 2 speaker holes there. Here we have the 5 megapixel camera. No flash to accompany that, unfortunately. And the power button is up here at the top. You can see that next to the volume, for the headset jack. Now the volume rocker is here. So volume rocker up and down. Not exactly sure what these 2 holes are for. I'd like to guess that these are microphone holes because I didn't see the microphone hole anywhere else on the device. But I will not make any assumptions at this point. But it would be foolish not to include microphone holes. So we'll test that out, of course. And here is the micro USB port for charging and data sync. If I can get that focused there. Yep. So there it is. And there's no user replaceable battery. So that's becoming a theme now. And for good reason. So not knocking HTC for that. So let's just go ahead and turn it on real quick and see what else comes inside the box. And by the way, the display is 1024 by 600 resolution, so a bit lower than honeycomb devices, but that's to be expected with a tablet of this size. Let's go ahead and put that down here on the table and see what else comes inside. So not going to be much exciting here. There was a tray. We have the quick start guides, manuals, warranty, and all that stuff. What else do we have here? Not exactly sure what these are. Seem like stickers of some sort. Not gonna mess with them if I don't know what they're for. And here's the charging adapter, the charging cable for the Flyer. Just plug that into the wall, pretty standard. And then there's just a standard USB cable here. So actually, this is quite different from what HTC usually does. They usually go the black route with all their accessories. These are all white, so pretty interesting stuff there. But other than that, not much interesting in the box, so we're just going to go ahead and put that off to the side again. And here it is, the HTC Flyer. So HTC Sense tablet version. You can see it's kind of like a 3D. It's pretty much a I think it's the same I think it's the same interface as on the Evo 3D actually, and what may be on the Sensation when that comes out. So, but this one has specific apps for tablets. So here you have your My Shelf widget. This is for books and stuff. So obviously a lot of people are going to be using this to read books. Let's see what else we have here. HTC Hub. We have Press Reader, Snap Booth, SoundHound, YouTube, Reader, PDF Viewer, Notes. That's going to be a popular application for that Scribe pen, which we'll take a look at later. And everything else is pretty standard. Browser, Android apps, connected media, card panel. So here's the Scribe pen. As you can see, there are these two buttons here. Not exactly sure what they're for. Haven't really looked them up yet. I've looked in the quick start guide. They didn't mention anything about it, about them. And so I'm going to take a look at that later. I'm sure there's something about it in the manual. If not, I can look online or I can just play around with it. So I'm definitely going to do that. But for now, we're just going to play with the pen. I've already got the battery inside. Feels great in the hand. Feels very natural. About as heavy as a ballpoint pen, an expensive ballpoint pen. So it feels very natural. You're going to love it for note taking and whatever you do with it. So you can see that point there at the top, and this is for interfacing with that display. So whenever you touch the display with it, it'll know that that's the Scribe pen and not any other kind of stylus, and it'll automatically enter draw mode. So pretty cool stuff there. So let's just go ahead and play with it for a minute. Alright, so we're back with the HTC Flyer. You have the pen in hand. I'm going to go ahead and power this on real quick. It's already powered on, just going to turn it on. And right away you can see this is a variation of HTC Sense 3.0 for tablets, of course. You can kind of pull the application down you want to go into, and it'll jump right into that, but we're just going to unlock it for now. And here's the UI, so you can kind of scroll. This is like a little carousel type of thing. If you scroll really fast, it'll go zoom and stop on a random thing because I don't know where I scroll to. But if you want to draw something, you just take the pen and start drawing right on the screen. It'll take you into scribble mode, so there you can just draw anywhere. It doesn't matter where you are on the screen. You can be in a browser, you can be in a video. I'm not sure you can be in a video, but you can be almost literally anywhere in the screen. So let's say we have a book we want to read and jump over to the, well, we have to actually jump out of scribble mode. Jump over to books, and let's do Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So we're reading by Lewis Carroll, and let's underline his name. And right away, Books is an application customized for the pen, so it didn't actually go into scribe mode from anywhere, not as you would expect. Okay, but say we go into browser. Let's go to browser, and we're not going to have internet connection, so it's going to be kind of weird. There it is right there. And let's just draw here. Going to go right in the scribe mode, right on the browser. You can go ahead and write whatever you want. If you just see something and you need to write it real quick and you don't have time to go out of the browser, go into the different application, you can just write right there on the screen. And then you can save the note, you can print it, you can share it via whatever sharing enabled applications you have in your phone or on your tablet. And let's try to save it. Let's see what it'll do. So it saved it to notes and actually saves the web page too. So it saves a screenshot of whatever you were doing. Doesn't matter if you're on a home screen, in the browser, or wherever you are. It just saves a screenshot. So that's pretty awesome stuff in my opinion. I'm kind of geeked out right now about that. So it saves it right into the note application, and this will sync up to Evernote once you put in your details and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and delete that. Select note. Or select word and just delete. How can I delete? Cut. Okay. And we can enter a title. So let's say unboxing or something. We can't do that. We have to actually type the title, but we can write. So let's write my name. Whoops. So it's actually pretty accurate. When I try, this is actually my best handwriting. So my handwriting sucks. It's not a fault of the Flyer or the pen. It's my handwriting, but it's very accurate in that it captures every stroke and very accurately. And so this is going to be pretty good for folks who want to take notes but don't necessarily want to carry around notebooks and pens and all that stuff. So pretty cool stuff there. A lot more to jump into with this thing. We have this thing for what, 2 weeks, so we're going to take it through its paces. We're going to go the whole 9 yards with it and show you guys what's really up with it and what you can expect once you walk into Best Buy and buy it. So that's the HTC Flyer being unboxed and my horrible handwriting. QuentinFromFandroid.com. Thanks.